Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, as you can see, I have this test panel set up, ready to go. I've actually masked it off into 6 different sections. Now this has just been fully polished and completely restored. If you haven't seen the video where I did that, because this was very dull and faded, I'll put a link to that in the description. I'll just put a quick photo as well to show you the difference from when I picked this up to now. But this is what we're going to use for our test panel in the future. And I thought I'd start off with a 6-way test. So I've got it masked up, and what we'll actually be doing, if I head back into the garage, we're actually going to do a full Bowdens Own test. So we have 6 of their products here. So starting off, we have their Afterglow, their Wet Dreams, we have their Fully Slick V2, we also have the Fully Slick original formula. So we're going to be trying both of those. We have their Bead Machine, which I previously made a video on, and also their happy ending sort of finishing foam, I guess they call it. So all of these are meant to provide, as they call it, bead porn. They're all basically in the sort of sealant range. I know the Afterglow is considered more of a drying aid, but I have used it previously, and yeah, it does say that it contains bead-borne technology. So they're all sort of providing claims on them that they sort of boost protection or provide protection. So I figured it's going to be a pretty interesting test to just put them all onto the panel and just leave it, no sort of chemical tests, nothing like that. I just want to leave it out, see how they last with just a weekly wash, just like you would if you applied them to your car. So like I said, the panel has been completely polished. It's completely bare of protection, so it doesn't need a wash. And I've already wiped it down with their new flash prep. So first thing I need to do is do the 2 products that we use water with. So we've got these 2 here. Wet Dreams is just a spray on, rinse off, but we're going to actually, as directed on the back, we're going to use the initial application method and just spray it on and work it in with a damp microfiber cloth, and then rinse with the pressure washer. And then the happy ending is applied with a foam cannon. So I've already mixed up 450 mils of water, and then we'll put 50 mils of the happy ending. But to keep it fair and get all the other areas from receiving any of these 2 products, I was going to cover everything up with a plastic drop sheet, mask it off with some tape, and yeah, we'll apply these 2 ones first. We'll bring the panel back into the garage and we'll apply the rest of the sealant dry. So yeah, with that said, I'll put the GoPro on my head and let's start masking up and applying these 2 products here. Okay, so we have the panel covered up. Should be pretty safe. Bunch of tape separating it from the other areas. We've got our foam cannon mixed up with 450 mils of water with 50 mils of the happy ending solution. And from what I've seen, the product is applied after washing and doesn't say to dry first, so we're just going to rinse the panel down. So there you can see the water behaviour on just freshly polished. So that's what the water's looking like, freshly polished. So now we'll apply the happy ending. And then immediately rinse off. So you can see straight away it's made a big difference. But we will apply a second layer as suggested. rinse off. So yeah, as you can see, that has really made a difference. Okay, so now for the second product we're applying using water, is going to be the Wet Dreams. So for this one, we're doing the initial application method, which I think will give the best results. That is just saying to mist evenly in a sweeping motion over entire surface, then wipe with a damp microfiber cloth. They're Big Softy is what they recommend, so have one of those, and then rinse thoroughly with a strong jet of water, and repeat process. So I think we'll just do this twice as well, same as we did over that side. So give it a good shake up. So I'm sure that's plenty of product. Okay, so we have brought the test panel back inside, have marked what we've applied so far. So Wet Dreams over here, Happy Ending over here, and then we just have the other 4 to do in these squares. So yeah, we'll start off with, I think, Bead Machine. So now I'm going to apply that the same way I did in the previous test where it worked well. And I also just worked these 4 sections over again with their Bowdens Own Flash Prep, just to make sure there wasn't anything that managed to get onto these surfaces while I was sort of drying everything. And just for even results, I'm just going to use these microfiber cloths, just because they're all clean, makes it easier for me rather than using some that may have some residue left in them. So these are all brand new, ready to go. So we'll start off and we'll do the Bead Machine like I said. So just following the instructions on the bottle for all these. So this one does not need 2 coats after talking to Bowdens Own. 1 coat is sufficient. So yeah, we are going to apply as recommended, just using different microfiber cloth. So mist 4 to 6 sprays into a low pile sided of a cloth and work in. Overlapping motion, same as we would for a ceramic coating, so up, down, side to side, and then a second cloth to wipe off the residue. Okay, so let's do this. So we'll go spray it even away from the panel. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Probably should have folded this the way I'm going to use it in the first place for my sprays, but I'm sure this will be a sufficient amount of product. An extremely slick product to wipe off. And like really easy too, to be honest. Like this is a darker panel. So the first time we used this was on a white car, and it's really hard to get streaking. Well, it's not hard to get streaking, but it's less common to get streaking on a white car. And this one, 0 streaking from what I could see. It's super easy wipe off. You don't actually even see the product once you wipe it in. It just completely wipes in clean. And let's go flip it over. Okay, so there we go. There is Bead Machine applied. So, and we'll go with Fully Slick 2. So this product does actually ask for us to use a thicker microfiber, which is their drop bear. So I do actually have one of those or two, I'll have to double check. But just to make it completely fair, we'll use those. If not, I'll use the high pile side of another microfiber cloth that I have that's brand new. So yeah, go grab one of those and we're going to apply it the same way, but it is 8 to 10 sprays into the folded plush microfiber cloth. Spread around, and so we'll just do the same thing, side to side, top to bottom, and go over it a couple of times, and then we'll wipe it down. So again, just says to fold and buff off residue for a beautiful clean finish. Second cloth must be clean and dry to avoid smearing. So yeah, we'll grab two just to be safe, and then we'll apply this one. So really keen to try this product out, the version 2 of Fully Slick, which I did use a lot a few years ago of the version 1. A little bit awkward to fold this big microfiber, but I did grab two of them. So this one is completely brand new. So we'll use that for the wipe off. We'll use this one for the application. So this bottle is really full. So shaken up as much as I possibly can. So we'll do our sprays. So there's plenty in that. 8 to 10, so that was 9. Let's just go 10. So this section here is what we're wanting. So this product, you definitely see where you're applying it. Just trying my best not to wipe over into the other sections. I think we're going to use the same cloth to wipe this off. Just fold it to a different side because that is completely dry, and we can use this second one for the other bottle of Fully Slick. So let's wipe this off now. One thing I do remember from the original version of Fully Slick was it's smearing a little bit on my black car here. So you can straight away tell this is easier. Okay, so same thing for Fully Slick V1, except it doesn't say how many sprays. So yeah, we've shaken the bottle well, we're not oxidized, so lightly mist onto the surface. Less is best. So I'll be careful not to get this onto any of the other sections. And we'll again grab our microfiber. So let's just get this spraying first. Okay. So it says less is better, so that's probably plenty. Get our tag off. And wipe it off. So yeah, there is Fully Slick V1 applied. Okay, so now for their Afterglow, which is their drying aid. Now I'm not going to use this on a wet panel. I used to use this just on after drying the car, maybe a few little drops of water here and there, but I always found I had better results if I just sort of dried the car as much as possible. But what I did do is I have made a damp microfiber cloth. So I'll wet this, I have wrung it out, it is now just damp. So yeah, going to do it sort of in this method now. So I'm going to spray 3 to 4 times into the cloth. There we go, and work it in and then leave for a minute and buff off the residue. So we'll do that now, and this one is straight away a winner for the best smelling product by far. I had forgotten how good Afterglow smells. This stuff smells amazing. Okay, so it's been around a minute for the Afterglow, so we're going to wipe it down with a clean microfiber. Now, I don't know if it's just where the light's hitting, but Afterglow has really made the paint pop. Yeah, so I can move from the side, have the light hit in different sections, and just straight away, yeah, Afterglow. Really impressive. That has made this color really pop. Okay, so we have applied every product. We have written up which is which in each section. Just grabbed my detailing light, and I thought we will just go over each section and see if we can notice any difference in sort of gloss or depth or anything. So I know it's hard to sort of see. If I go into this section with this, it kind of seems to, camera doesn't seem to like it. So we'll go the brightest, hold it back a little bit. But so now obviously the paint has been just fully cut and polished, so it already looks amazing. As you can see, this color, there's a lot of metallic going on. So I mean, I feel like there is a tiny difference by eye between happy ending and just the polished bare paint. Nothing crazy. Coming over to Bead Machine, is there a difference between those two? Yeah, I mean, it's could be just in my head, but maybe a tiny little difference. The Bead Machine looks a little bit darker, has a little bit more pop to the metallic. So it could be just all in my head, but yeah, I'm seeing a little difference. We've come over to the Fully Slick V2. So yeah, it doesn't look any different to me. They both kind of look maybe a little bit for Bead Machine again, but nothing crazy. Over to Fully Slick V1. So yeah, I mean, I can't say I see a difference there. Now let's see if what I thought when I was applying was right, that Afterglow was a major difference. So I've got the light in the middle. Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to come up on camera, but Afterglow just looks amazing. It's like darkened the paint. That metallic is popping so much more with Afterglow. I didn't expect that. Like a huge amount of difference to my eyes. And I mean, if you guys can see it on the camera, let me know, like through the video. But yeah, wow, that's kind of surprised me, if I'm honest. I thought when I was applying, maybe it was just the way the light up here was coming down, but no, that is really popping. Let's compare it to the Wet Dreams section. Yeah, and the Wet Dreams, like, looking great, obviously. Looking closer to the bottom section where we didn't really apply anything. Whereas Afterglow's taking 2 wins here, I'm going to say, in this first video. Smells the best, and I think probably looks the best. Okay guys, so I've realised the video is probably going to be a little bit too long to put our first initial rinse in. So I'm going to do that in the next video, but just quickly talk about, out of this, what we've done today, applying them, which one is the easiest is going to go to Happy Ending. Just use the foam cannon. Second would go to Wet Dreams. We did have some issues using the wipe-in method. Once we just sprayed it and then rinsed it, it seemed to work better, or it just built up enough of a layer that it was evenly distributed then and worked. But that one's probably going to be normally the easiest because you just use the bottle and you spray it and rinse it. You don't use a foam cannon, but yeah, those two basically can't be easier. And third, surprisingly, is Bead Machine. Now this product, I feel like you don't even have to wipe it off. It's like it evaporates into the paint, but still works. You'd think that something, it's not doing anything, but it doesn't need a wipe off. It's not sticky, it's not causing any issues with streaking. You wipe it in and it almost evaporates, and you just wipe it off just to be safe. But yeah, surprisingly very easy to use, and we already know off my previous test versus Bead Maker that it seems to last pretty well. We only got to 2 weeks before we stripped it back, but we won't be doing that this time. We're going to let it go until it completely fails. And then we have the 2 fully slicks, a little bit harder to apply just because you've got to use that really thick microfiber. You have to use the second one basically if you're doing more than one section to wipe it back off. So a little bit harder. And Afterglow, yeah, very easy to apply, but you do have to use a damp cloth and a second dry one to wipe the haze off. So all easy to apply, nothing hard here. But yeah, definitely the spray and rinse sealants on the end are the easiest. I'm going to give it's important to some people, but best smell award by far to Afterglow, and best initial look is also going to Afterglow, which surprised me. Could be in my head, but just standing here, I can see that it is just darker and it just looks better. So yeah, it's really making that metallic pop more than other sections. And I have moved the light around and I still thought the same thing. So that's going to be it for this part. So definitely make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to see this test moving forward. This panel is going to sit outside, just like a daily driven car would. It's going to cop the rain, the sun, dust, anything else that happens. Obviously not going to be getting driven around, getting bug splattered on it, but we're just going to leave it outside. Every week it's going to get a wash and rinse, and then we'll be able to check the water behavior, see which one of these products lasts. We'll probably mark down a line for each week that goes by for each product, so we can sort of get a base. And then once we know which one of these products lasts the longest, we'll then move that on and we'll use that product in our future tests. And we'll probably do this same type of thing for a bunch of different Meguiar's sealants, a bunch of Turtle Wax, a bunch of Mothers and other brands. So then we'll know which product is the best, and we'll probably end up battling all of those at the end. So yeah, hopefully you guys are keen to see that. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to keep up to date with the videos. There will be at least one video every week, Saturday mornings at 9 AM. And I'm also going to try and do a bonus video once a week also, Tuesday mornings at 9 AM. So yeah, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I'd really appreciate that. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one of these products you like the best, which one you think was the easiest to apply, and if you hadn't used any of these, which one would you go grab? And as always, if you want to see a different product tested, let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to get those and add those to the tests in the future. Although I do have a lot at the moment to go through, so I'll be getting them over time, but every time someone asks for me to test a product, I do screenshot it, write it down, and add them all to the list. So yeah, with all that said, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll catch you later.